Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And first of all, I'm really sorry for the lighting and all the background noise which you would be hearing throughout this video, but I really can't help it. I just have to record, so please do not mind that. This video is going to be all about the new launches by Lakme. They have launched a couple of things here and there, and I only have the face products to talk about. Just in case if you do not know what are all the new things they have launched an illuminating foundation, and then they have launched 4 of these kind of palettes, wherein one is illuminating shimmer brick and the other is this sort of a palette wherein you have one lighter shade and then the other is the darker one. And in the same category they have one more palette where both are on the dark side but one is a little bit lighter. I'll try to insert the picture somewhere here. And they have launched, I guess, shimmering lipsticks, I'm not sure, and they've also launched liquid eyeliners, a green one and then a bronze one. Now I bought these from Amazon when they had the sale going on, the Great Indian some sort of a sale. So these actually retail for 725 rupees each, and I guess I bought it for 525, which was great. The foundation retails for 750 and I guess I bought it for again 525 or somewhere there. I don't remember the price. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this foundation. This is their Lakme Absolute Illuminating Foundation and it retails for 750 bucks. They call it as illuminating because these come with golden shimmer particles in it. Shimmer in this is the actual problem I have with this foundation. It's definitely on the chunkier side wherein you can see the shimmer. Right now I can still see the shimmer on my face from this distance. Like when the mirror is this far from my face, I can see the shimmer. So definitely that is something I do not like about this. Also emphasizes all of the texture on your face. You cannot really make out from this distance, but it has emphasized all the dry patches on my skin, if you can tell here, and then all my acne marks are very highlighted right now. So if you have a lot of texture issues and if you have a lot of acne issues, I think you should just stay away from this. Also, if you have any dry patches, stay away. This is just going to emphasize that. Now coming to the blendability, it was such a task to blend it with a sponge. I used this pack sponge to blend this side of my face, and I thought that I might just have to go and wash my face because it was just not blending at all. So then what I did was I went in with this flat kabuki brush on this side, and it is definitely much easier to blend in with a brush. So weird, right? Like you would just expect anything and everything to just blend seamlessly with a beauty blender, but that is not the case with this foundation. I don't know, it just feels so weird to me. That is why I used this brush and it definitely did a better job in blending. And then I went with the same brush on this side as well to blend this out, all of the foundation out. The coverage for me, according to me, is pretty much 0 to low coverage, and I don't think you can really build it up because once you have one layer of this foundation on, your face already starts to look extremely dewy and definitely shimmery from this close. But if you're seeing yourself with a distance, it looks extremely shimmery, not shimmery but dewy. So I don't know if you can build this up and how it would actually look if you build this up. So I cannot comment on the coverage you could achieve if you build it up, but with just one layer it has very less coverage. Now just summing up everything, this has a little bit chunkier golden shimmer in it and which just emphasizes everything on your face. It has very low coverage, very difficult to blend in with a beauty blender. So if you are using it, just use it with a brush and it would just save so much time of yours. And yeah, I don't know if I would be reaching out for this at all. I think you can use this with a matte foundation just to give it a little bit of dewiness, but otherwise on its own I would definitely not reach for this foundation, not my favorite. Next we have these 2 palettes. I don't know if these are called as palettes, but I'm just calling it palettes. Anyways, first I'm gonna talk about this one. I really love this bronzer because the bronzer in this one is a very glowy bronzer. I have only used matte bronzers and I really love matte bronzers, but this one is a little bit different and it's on the glowy side, and oddly enough it has no shimmer in it. Like, it's completely glowy without any shimmer. So I think this one is really nice. I really like it. I have used this on this side of my face. Highlighter in this is also very good. It's not very bold sort of a highlighter which is just gonna be, you know, on your face, but this is a little bit on the subtle side, and this sort of a highlighted look I've achieved by layering this for around 3 to 4 times. So I really like this palette because you can control the amount of highlight you want. Since this is not extremely highlighty highlighter, you can use this just one layer and you can go for a very subtle look, or if you want you can build it up and it is gonna look like this. So this one I really recommend. So now let us just talk about this one right here. First of all, I would just like to clear up the confusion that this is called as an illuminating shimmer brick. So this is not a blush. When I saw these on their Instagram page and also on Amazon and Nykaa, I thought that these are blush. Okay, so that is something I just want to clear. So if you're thinking that you're just going to swirl your brush in this palette and then apply it on your face or cheeks as a blush and you're going to get an overall effect of all of these colors, sadly that's not something that happens. What actually happens is you get like very little of the color. Like, you get very little of color, but what you actually get is a lot of golden shimmer on your face. Not shimmer, but golden highlighty kind of effect on your face. So if you are thinking of buying this because this looks like a beautiful blush, you might be disappointed because of course you would want to use this as a blush, and you can use this to get the color of this palette on your face. What actually ends up happening is that you get that highlighted effect more than the color itself. So I think that this is definitely a blush topper. Like, you can just go with a matte blush and you can just go with any of these colors, or you can just swirl your brush once and go on top of your blush, and you can just skip your highlight if you want to, because this itself gives a very highlighted effect, specifically a golden highlighted effect. So yeah, don't buy this as a blush, but if you want something like an all in all, a little bit of color and a lot of highlight, then this might be a great pick for you. I also tried these as eyeshadow, and this is what I have on my eyes right now. I think these are pretty good as an eyeshadow, but I would suggest that you use your fingers to apply the color on your lid. Of course, you cannot use this one with your fingers because definitely you will use this on your crease. But if you're using this as an eyeshadow, I would definitely recommend that you use your fingers, because that way you get the most pigment or color of this, you know. I think this would be a great pick for someone who is not into like real blushes, wherein you do not like color on your cheek, but this is just going to give you a little bit of very tiny color, and this is just going to give you a very highlighted effect on your cheek. So you can use this as eyeshadow. These colors again are pretty common these days as eyeshadows, because I think a lot of palettes have these sort of colors. And again, these are not as pigmented as eyeshadows, but you can use these if you want to by just layering it up a little bit. If you would ask me which one would I recommend out of these two, I really cannot pick because I love both of these for two different reasons. This I love because this has a beautiful bronzer which has no shimmer whatsoever and it looks really glowy. So for pictures and photographs and videos, this might look really good. And again, this has a highlighter which I really like because it's on the subtle side, so I actually have a control on how much I want to use and what sort of a look I'm going for. So yeah, I think this is my favorite, and this is again my favorite because I'm really not a blush person. I don't like a lot of color on my cheek, but right now it's not looking that great because I already have golden foundation, shimmering foundation on all over my face, and then I have this golden blush on top. So it's not really popping that much, but this is really popping because, you know, this is not the highlighter and this is not really golden. But I used this yesterday and this looked really nice. So I cannot really recommend you one of these because these both are my favorites. Yeah, that's all I have to talk about all of the new face launches by Lakme. I hope I cleared some of the confusions out because I think most of the people would confuse this as a blush, and I was really disappointed because it did not really show up on my skin as a blush, even though I'm not a blush person. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you found this video helpful, then please do not forget to like this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.